Be good to yo, what's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well. Liverpool versus Leicester City 3-1. For a moment there, I thought Liverpool were going to probably botch this one up and lose the entire game just for a minute there, just because the goal came on so early with AU and that mistake from Robertson. Yes, it could have happened to anyone. He just lost his bearings for a second there, just a little bit discombobulated and didn't know exactly where. And I thought AU did a really good job also at holding off the ball too, and the strike was really good. There was nothing I think Allison could have done right. I've heard some people say that maybe Keller should be starting instead of Allison. I don't think so, just because of the experience that Allison brings. But yeah, definitely you have a great goalkeeper like Keller that could, he could fulfill the job if needs be. I mean, he proved himself, I think. At this point, he can be the first goalkeeper of Liverpool. But still, that remains to be seen. There's nothing that Allison could have done in that shot. And then afterwards, it was just like, it felt like, what was it? It was like the 6th minute, the 7th minute. It was barely the beginning of the game, and Liverpool with the in-swingers, Liverpool with the centers, Liverpool with the combinations. And before the goal, actually, I mean, it just seemed like they were going to just regale us with this beautiful champagne football, this caviar football from Liverpool. I mean, the combination, the link up with the Soboslai and Salah and Curtis Jones and I mean everyone. What's his name? McAllister, right? Trent Alexander-Arnold, Gravenberg. Everybody was just combining, and Curtis Jones almost had a goal right before Leicester City ended up scoring, and the surprise obviously from Leicester City. But afterwards, after that goal, it seemed like it was the 89th minute. It seemed like it was the 89th minute because Liverpool were bombarding them with in-swingers. And I was okay with that. I told myself, I like this, especially those in-swingers from Trent. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous in-swingers. It's kind of surprising that nobody else can do that. I mean, with the amount of practice, I sound like a newbie when I'm saying this, but just because I played before, and it's like, to me, the easiest thing you can do. Really, the amount of time that these people do, and that's all you do. You get paid massive amounts of money. You have everything, all the resources at your disposal. How could you not learn to center the way Trent does? Because that's pretty much all he does. Yes, defensively, he's gotten a lot better. He has gotten a lot better. But the last 2 seasons when I saw him play, man, that guy was a liability. I felt like it was a hoax or something saying that Madrid wanting him. There's no way Madrid wants a player like that defensively. It's not like they're going to put him as a midfielder if he goes to Madrid, right? He's still going to be a fullback. But the in-swingers are beautiful from Trent regardless. And, always trying to find Gakpo that was at the far post. And then Gakpo too, also trying to find Salah. They got close. They got really close. But there was a point where it was like, enough. Like, you guys are so bent on just throwing centers that it's not going to happen for you guys. It's not going to come that way. The goal is not going to come from an in-swinger. The goal was going to come from a ricochet. It was going to come from a defensive mistake, and I don't know if they were betting on that from all the in-swingers, because the amount, again, of in-swingers that they were throwing, everything was being thrown at the box. It was like ad nauseum. I got tired of that. Leicester City were doing a really good job also. Aerially, they were going to get beat. They just weren't going to get beat, and they already knew. It was so predictable. They already knew what Liverpool was going to do. It had to come from an individual play. Gakpo with that cutting inside, and it seemed like it was just going to go outside because they were trying to do that, and he did have a couple shots before. He did have that beautiful ball from Robertson too. Let's not forget that. And the control, just bringing it down, but he couldn't get himself into a comfortable position maybe, and ends up just swinging to the air, and nothing happened. That was a really good chance though, and that was a really great ball from Robertson. I think Robertson too also had a header like that didn't seem like it was gonna amount to anything, and it really complicated the keeper, and it was like a very soft lob of a header that ended up hitting the second post. But Gakpo, that strike was phenomenal, man. It's a phenomenal strike, and he got Liverpool, back in the game. And after that, it was just Liverpool. I love that Liverpool were just taking their time. There was no more in-swingers. That stopped. There was barely any in-swingers. It was just like shifting, just trying to find a different avenue to get in that second goal, and they started regaling us. They started playing that, that beautiful football that they know how to play, and everybody was participating. At one point, I thought Slot was going to come in and he was going to do a little heel or a little rainbow flick or something. It was that good. It was that good from everybody. And, man, our boy Darwin Nunez has to. I mean, it did go to the pass did end up going to Curtis Jones, right, as he intended it to go to, but he gave him a brick. Come on, he just threw him a whole brick, like, go here, like, and build me a house, right? And I thought the play was dead. I said, that's it. The play is done. He held onto the ball, but his back, towards goal. There was nothing, like just a clutter of people in there. And he finds Salah and just makes something out of nothing. And that was all him. He curated that goal. Curtis Jones curated that goal. And the follow-up, too. That was all Curtis Jones. So they get the 2-1 and then the 3-1 in the second half. And most of the game was, again, played just, on Liverpool's terms. That was played on Liverpool's terms. And there were one or two chances. What's his name? Daka had this beautiful chance that just ends up kind of like Gakpo in the first half, ends up shooting, swinging, and a huge miss. Even Alisson got shook by that swing and a miss because he fell to the ground, thinking that he actually shot the ball. And then in the first half too, there was one play, and this was when it was still 1-0 with Matadidi. And I think it was Daka too. A pass that wasn't well timed. Had it been had it been just a little bit backwards, he was going to end up by himself. I think it was Matadidi to Daka, and Daka was going to end up all by himself against Alisson. And I'm willing to bet that he was going to score. Liverpool, dominated that second half, and this game was said and done pretty much. And then who comes to finally seal the deal? Salah. And that was a difficult angle. That was an almost impossible goal. I did not believe that he actually... And he meant to do that. He didn't even look at the goal. He just felt it. It was almost like a premonition. He knew exactly where the goal was at. Beautiful, beautiful. It looked like he was giving a pass. It looked like he was giving a pass outside because someone got injured, and he's trying to get his buddy some medical attention. That's what it looked like. Now I will say there were some things again here and there, like some shots of his. Again, what I keep criticizing Salah for. And Trent too, especially since he has that like fine like wine finesse touch of his. Where the ball ended up just skyrocketing and nowhere near goal. I thought the ball was going to end up in my backyard. And this is from Salah and Trent, right? But I'm going to put that aside because I know there's going to be other games where, I'm going to go off on a riff on Salah. But yeah, no, he had a really good game. Really good game. And again, some of the passes that he gave, there was one, I think, to Darwin Nunez that I did not, I was watching it with my brother and I was like, where the hell did that come from? I did not expect him to do that. And he just parted the Red Sea or something. He just manufactured something out of nothing. Amazing pass. So in the end, really good game. Despite the fog in the beginning, made it actually somewhat better. Elevated the atmosphere of the game. It seemed like it was a final of the Champions League or something. Really good game, and again with the 3 points, Liverpool, it's looking good. But again, like I always say, there's a lot of football to be played. Thank you so much as always, guys, for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.